We're gonna make pickles. We're gonna be water bath canning. So this morning I went ahead and put all of my jars in here in my dishwasher with my rings and lids. Rings are reusable, lids are not. You have to purchase lids every single time you can something. But you put it in the dishwasher and let it run a cycle. This sterilizes the jars. This is an extremely important process. If you don't use the dishwasher, you can also put them in a stock pot or something and boil them. I think you have to boil them for like 10 minutes or something. I'm not very sure on that. Look that up. Don't go by what I said because I'm not 100%. What we want to do is wash our cucumber very well. We want to wash any dirt or anything that's been on here. We want to wash it off. So wash it very well. I don't think I mentioned this, but I'm doing half a batch. I'm not going to do that many jars. So I am using about 20 to 25 3 to 4 inch cucumbers. All right, once you wash your cucumbers, you're gonna cut the ends off. I'm gonna put my ends in my compost. You can also go ahead at this point and cut them how you're gonna cut them and stuff them in your jars. So I'm gonna do spears this time. So I'm gonna cut them like this. And I like to use wide mouth jars for my pickles. You don't have to, you can use the other ones and just stuff them down in there. But this time I'm gonna use wide mouth. Okay, here's my first jar. It held 3 spears of pickles. I probably could cut some more and put some in there, but this is good for me. Okay, next we're gonna make our brine. So for the amount of pickles that I'm gonna make, I'm gonna use 4 cups of water, a half a cup of pickling salt, and 2 cups of 5% vinegar. Make sure you got 5% vinegar. I heard that people are putting 4% vinegar on the shelves. Okay, now we want to bring this to a boil. Comes a boil, you want to turn it off and remove the syrup. You can use fresh dill, but I couldn't find any fresh dill at the store, so I'm going to use dill weed, and I'm going to use, you can use 1 to 2 tablespoons per quart. I'll probably do just a big heaping tablespoon. Okay, and then you also want to use, you can use minced garlic. I'm using, or a garlic clove is what it calls for. I'm just using minced garlic. It's going to do the same thing. So you want to use about 1.5 teaspoons. So I'm just going to do a big heaping teaspoon per jar. Okay, so next what you're going to do is you're going to take your brine and you're going to pour it over. Try to carefully pour it over your pickles, leaving just a little bit at the top. Do that for each one. Okay, I'm a little short of brine. I need a little bit more to go into here, so I'm gonna make a little bit more real quick. Okay, so while I'm waiting on the rest of the brine to get going, because I didn't make enough, I'm gonna go ahead and put my water bath canner on my hot plate and get my water bath canner boiling. Okay, so I've made the more brine that I needed. I put it in there. I'm gonna put the lids on. Now I'm putting my rings on. I don't over tighten them. I just get them on there. Now I'm waiting on my water bath canner. I'm waiting on that to start boiling. It's going to take it a little bit because it's a lot of water. But once that starts boiling, then I can put these in here. I'm going to set my cans in here, and I like to set them in evenly so one side's not offset from the other. That's probably why that fell down, because it wasn't even. Okay, so where I live at, the altitude and everything, I have to water bath can for 15 minutes for these quart size. So I'm going to set this down in here, and I'm going to put a timer for 15 minutes. And then, okay, timer just went off for 15 minutes. So I am going to set this up on the side. All right, and if I can You know what? I'm using these upside down. I do that every darn time. Every single time. I've been canning for years, and I do it every single time. I don't know why. So just like I put them in, I'm going to take them out opposite of each other. Okay, and I'm going to let these sit for about 12, for about 12 to 24 hours before I'll put them on my shelf. These will sit for about 5 minutes, and you should hear them pop. That means that your seal was activated and they are fresh. If they did not seal, you can put these in the fridge and they'll be good for a week. If they are sealed, they'll be good on the shelf for 1 year. And so what I do to remind myself of when I can is I use these little labels and I'll put the date on them. So, and they're, oh, one just popped. It's this one, I think, or that one. One of the two. Anyway, I love that sound. So label them and then you'll know, and that's how you can yummy kosher dill pickles.